This video is a layout tour for 2016 on my layouts. I'm going to go, each video or each part is going to be a different railroad on my 10 by 12 layout in this. It's built for operations in O-gauge 3 rail with 3 different railroads. Let's start, actually it's 4 railroads and HO. The 4th railroad's HO in the mountains. Though, let's start, let me slow down, I'm trying to pretend I'm holding coffee, though my hand is normally that shaky. I do have problems with my hand shaking, occasionally. Though, actually a lot of times. Though, I'm gonna pretend I'm holding coffee from that guy's suggestion, though I usually spill my dad's coffee when I'm carrying it a little bit, though. Okay, this is staging called, this is a MO. I know the MO's in Crescent, though. This is the lake region of the PRR when I'm modeling. Would be NS for Wayne Line and Cleveland Line today. And all the till Rochester. Rochester's where it goes into the eastern or central region. I can't remember which region it is. It goes into a lake division, lake region. Though it runs from Rochester, where the junction right outside Conway, up. Though I don't know Rochester. Most of these places are railfan places. I like the railfan. I name them. This is my staging yard. The last track is a helper pocket. Because my Thomas is a really good runner, I keep that there. And then I have 2 Penske engines. One needs a little, and this is block control, though my DCS is not working. I am putting in DCS, putting in, right now it's a little bit, it needs fixed, though I was running it with the ventral control mode. Here's my Penske. This was my first one I got. And then the other one I got. This is staging, 3 tracks. Holds about 2 cars, and then 1 caboose and 2 engine and tender. Coming out of here, we go, this is the staging branch, or where the line starts, then we go into loop. Okay, first we're going to pass the signal, the signal at going on to the branch. I don't actually have the power on. Oh, let me get there. Sorry for the shakiness during this. I'm just trying to, because I forgot to turn on the power. There's no lane. I want to turn that on. Okay, let's leave off. Let me slow down again. Try not to shake. Though this is my green signal. We came out staging. Ammo Tower. East. That's Youngstown Freight. And then the Cleveland Freight. Though coming out of here, we go through a switch that, right there. There's a switch that goes around this part of the loop, though, sorry for that. Though we go through here, it goes into double track at Freedom Tower. This is the town of Freedom where my papa grew up. It's actually going to be a freelance version of Freedom and Kent, Ohio. That's why there's a rail line up there, and that's my HO. I'm going to have a station platform up there too. Though inside, I don't have a good enough light. I need to get LEDs in there. Though I actually have a station platform in there. And the tower is right behind that Pittsburgh Freight and passenger train that are sitting on that track too. It's actually it's a combination train, a mixed freight. Though the tower's way in the back there. I don't think I can, wait. So there's Freedom Tower. It's kind of a little paper put together. Though Let me slow down again. Then we go over here. I'll talk about the mountains and everything later. There's a crossover, hidden crossover here. This is now Conway Junction. And then it, wait, slows down. Comes out of this switch here and goes into the yard of Conway. This is DTC territory with prototype waybills or car movement cards. Though I'm moving the chair I have here, I had to get up to fix something on top. Though over here is a not named industry yet. The yard office building usually sits there, though under repair back there by the platform. Let me move down there. Yeah, that usually there's a yard office. Actually, it's gonna be Conway. It's the CNS Railroad headquarters for my short line. Though there'll be a back there. There'll be a yard office building, Conway yard office building against the mountainside. I'll be halfway. It'll be built into the mountain, though. Based on the Conway yard office, though it's a 3-track yard, 1 arrival departure track, 2 classification track, and then down there is a rip track. Let me stop shaking it. Though there is also a freight house based on the freight house in East Palestine, Ohio. Freight platform. And the rip track right down there with a little push pump car there, sitting there. A crane, little worker, truck parked there. There's a road crossing right here. Though as I go this way, slow down, pan. Though over here there'll be a where that crane is, there'll be a track getting built, and that's kind of based on what my papa operated the crane when they were expanding Conway during his summers. Yeah. Now as I slow down again, there's the building and then those tracks. Then coming out of the tunnel over back on the main, we come out of this tunnel, cross the road crossing for the freight house and different stuff. Then this building is the Station Inn and Tavern, based on the Station Inn in Crescent, PA. It's just places I like to rail fan. They're kind of partly, this is a prototype freelance layout. Most of this is POR. Then there'll be a switch. There's a switch here, it goes into the engine terminal, engine house. There'll be a little small coolant tower, different, the water, the ash pit. There's an engine parked there. That's my original engine I first got. Though this is Lum Tower. We're in Lum Tower. At Lum Tower, the double track goes back to single track with a PRR signal bridge and a Lionel semaphore that will be replaced with a Pennsy signal. Most of the signals, there'll be a signal going out from Conway Yard through Conway Junction, PRR, and there'll be a PRR signal over here. The first one we got done is right here. The first one we got in is right here. First one I bought. Then there'll be a station right here. And as we walk slowly, I don't shake the camera and get you guys dizzy, there'll be a diamond here with my fictional railroad, the Coal and Steel Railroad. That's based on the Youngstown Southern, though there'll be a plaque on this side and a little bit of a greenery area saying Abraham Lincoln stopped here, like the one over in Alliance. And then that goes back to that switch and goes in, and you can back in. There is, over Freedom Tower, I didn't show you though, there is signals right there mounted on a box. And a track plan, it says Freedom Tower. All of them have that sign. have a PRR sign mostly. Some I've recently added because I needed them for operating sessions, don't. So, as we go back down here, that's the end of the Pensy.